Welcome to the Complete Fitness Podcast with Core 4 Complete Fitness. Your episode is starting in 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Complete Fitness Podcast. It is just a solo one with Evie Boy. This has been a long time since I've done the podcast this way, and I'm excited. However, I do think the show is better with a little bit of a dialogue between Corey and myself. So we're back to the old school way where I am going to try to come up with interesting things to say for 20 straight minutes alone in the office of the gym. So buckle up. I hope it's a good one. I plan to. I've done some thinking what I want to talk about, important things, and then I started writing down some notes. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see there's nothing on here because I was looking up different stats and research, and I was going to jot it down just so I had a quick reference. And I decided I'm just going to more so talk about what I know about these things and leave the stats behind. As always, please subscribe to the podcast on all the listening platforms, including YouTube, just like I said, Spotify, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, of course, all of the stuff, Apple Podcasts, I should say. Please listen. The YouTube is slowly starting to gain a little bit of traction, not like it's got tons of millions of views or whatever, but we're starting to get more and more, and a few more subscribers are trickling in. So whatever you are doing, please continue. Please share. Please let people know. We love making the show. We want to keep making that show. And we want the show to grow and make better and get better. And the only way that happens is if we are able to continue doing it. Keep it going so we get better and better and better every single week, potentially, in theory. The big thing I want to talk about today is really the food crisis that is going on in America. I saw this. I wish I could say I read this article, but I'll be very honest with you. I saw a TikTok or a reel. That's how everybody consumes everything nowadays. Another reason why you need to share this podcast. And it was about the food additives in food, and more alarmingly in America's food. There was something about the McDonald's French fries in America have up to, I don't know if it's up to because it's different locations change things. I don't think that's the case because it's McDonald's. Everybody knows what they taste like. But I guess have 55 ingredients in the McDonald's French fry. 55 ingredients for potatoes that are fried. So if you go home, you make French fries, do they taste like McDonald's fries? Absolutely not. Are they still pretty good? Yes. What are the ingredients when you make it? Potato, the whatever oil you're frying it in. Maybe you're doing an air fryer, hopefully a little healthier, less oil. Maybe you put some salt on that bad boy. So you're looking at maybe 3, 4, 5 ingredients tops, depending on how crazy you go. 11 times that amount in what we are consuming, a lot of us are consuming all the time. Now, Evan, what does that mean? What's considered an ingredient? What does that know? I don't know. I wish that I was one of those guys who could break down what different things do, all the chemicals, things that are bad for us, things we ingest that we shouldn't be, all of the different things that we know are in a ton of our foods, our bad ultra-processed foods. All I know is that is way too many for potatoes. Like, how many ingredients are in the potato? 1 potato, right? And that's what we're getting, fry, to be able to eat. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of questions. And then you think, wow, how crazy addictive are they? And me, from my personal experience, we don't do fast food a lot. My wife and I in our family, we haven't for some time, probably because of the my world that I am in this fitness world, being a coach and trainer. I'm not going to tell people who want to get in shape, that they can't be indulging in fast food and then go eat fast food all the time. But more importantly, I don't want to do that. I have no interest in doing that. It doesn't make me feel good. Has never made me feel good. With the exception of what I'm about to say is the addictive traits. Am I never having fast food again? Absolutely not. Do I never have fast food? Pretty close to not, but absolutely not. The one guarantee time I'm having fast food, driving up north. That's one of the best times to just get McDonald's. We go through double corner powder with cheese, large Diet Coke, large fry, what have you. And we get it and we roll up north and it's fun. I do that once a year if I'm lucky nowadays. Okay. So I definitely have it. Why I'm bringing this up is after I do that, I want it more, and more. And this is a 100% clear across the board fact. When I stop having it, when we're done with our up north trip and I'm back to cooking and getting back in the routine, it doesn't even sound good. I don't even think, oh, I'd love to have McDonald's for dinner. I genuinely would not. Now, that's just me. Some people would still want it, I'm sure. I want it in those settings too. Now, if somebody said that it's good for you, it's healthy for you, would I go get it more so? Yes. But it's not something that I crave. I have no need to go get myself that McDonald's. I don't, or Taco Bell, or whatever your favorite fast food is, right? It's just not my jam. But like I said, once I have it, I am about 10 times, I would say, more inclined to have it again. It sounds good again. It's reintroducing. And I mentioned this years ago on the podcast. I did a 40-day sugar fast forever ago. And it was 40 days hardcore. The only sugar I allowed myself was fruit. I had one piece of fruit a day. So it was natural sugar, and it was a small apple or a banana a day. One a day if I needed it. And I tried to not have it. I really did it if I needed that extra energy boost, an active job, workout, whatever, for whatever reason. And I didn't do it. I had zero sugar. And I didn't crave it. After I'd say about 10 days, I had zero interest in having sugar. And you think, wow, what is it? What are these properties? What is going on? And the more research you can look up and find is it's essentially the same exact thing with these big corporations that are making these foods, is we are being purposefully fed things that have addictive traits to them. They're things that we want. Once we have it, we want more of it. That's why it's hard to put the potato chips down. It's hard to put the sleeve of Oreos down. It goes harder and harder and harder. If you bite into an apple and eat an apple, you're not just going to reach in and go, oh, I can't put these apples down. No, you finish your apple and you move on with your day. If you have 2-3 Oreos, what is going on? What's the property? What is it? It's ultra-processed fake foods. And again, I wish I knew the ingredients. So this is all kind of hearsay. But the reason I'm bringing it up and the reason I think I have kind of 2 legs to stand on in this podcast space to hear is to reflect on yourself. Think about it. Go, oh, wow. Maybe if I just didn't have McDonald's once a week, I wouldn't crave to have McDonald's once a week. Maybe if I go 1 month without McDonald's, when that 5th week comes, it's not going to sound quite as good. You're going to go, oh, I don't even really want it. I might get it just because it's a habit, but I don't really want it. And then you can broaden that horizon to anything, sugar, and then like ultra processed foods. If it comes in a bag, right, if it's been processed and kept for us, it's not the best. Increased shelf life. I mean, that's not just made up. You can't just pump food with stuff and go, hey, it'll increase the shelf life, and then just be like, oh, we can probably eat that. No, you wouldn't feed that to your dog, right? You like, there's, I don't know. We tend to overlook a lot of things. And an interesting comparison on this TikTok I saw was the comparison to the opioid crisis. It's a big corporation that is purposefully addicting people without a care of how unhealthy it is for them to keep them coming back. They don't care that they're in pain. They don't care that this is a crazy addictive thing that's ruining their mental state, their relationships, their jobs, their lives, their physical state. They don't care. They're going to keep coming back. And when they stop coming back, we're going to make our product even better. And when that stops, we're going to make and they don't care. They continue. And it's a huge epidemic and huge problem. I think everybody would agree in the world, in the United States, that this is an issue, okay? The same exact process is happening in the food world with these food additives and whatnot adding into the food that we do not need to be having, right? Another great example is somebody goes to France from the gym, specific here in our gym, went to France. He goes, I had nothing but pasta and wine for 7 days or whatever, however long he was there, 8 days, 9 days. And I came back and I weighed 2 pounds less. I didn't gain a bunch of weight. If we started getting a bunch of boxed pasta and bottled wine, whatever, maybe not bottled wine, and we just started having it every single day, that is not what would happen on the scale. It's because it's real. There's not a bunch of preservative and shelf life stuff. Going to get real ingredients, making it, cooking it, all of this stuff. It is so important. It's skipping a huge drastic part of what being a person is, and I think we just deal with it for convenience sake, and it's no fault to our own. So if this is coming off as targeting and you're starting to feel guilty or sad or being like, oh, Evan, why are you judging me? So that's not the purpose of this at all. It's for you to potentially go, oh, wow, light bulb's on. I'm going to try to make some changes, and I'm going to see how I feel. If nothing else, do it for the experiment, right? If you feel like you need some type of change in any way, shape, or form, please do it. And start with that. If it comes in a bag, if it's processed, if it has a long shelf life, yada, 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 the list goes on. Let's look at avoiding it, and especially fast food. Okay, fast food is the number one proven, just bad news with those addictive traits. And the sugar thing, addictive traits, right? Sugars are in everything. If we say, hey, try to stop eating sugar, it's hard when you're going to start looking at all the ingredients and everything, and you're going to go, gosh, everything has sugar, doesn't it? Yes, it's on purpose. It's on purpose because once we have it, we want it more and more and more, much like in the medical world. So alarming, right? All stuff I've known, but when seeing the different comparisons, and that specific of the fries, the American McDonald's French fries, it's 55 ingredients versus elsewhere versus making them at home. It's just you go, why? It's not all for flavor. It's not like it's barbecue and this and that and that. It's Dr. Pepper where it's a bunch of different flavors. No, it's like chemically weird stuff that's fake, that's meant to trick our brain to want to come back and get more and 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 more. And it works. Shake the cobwebs off. Stop. Think about yourself. Go, oh my God. Yes. It's not just that it's good food. You've gone to a very fancy, nice restaurant and had one of the best meals of your life. You weren't thinking about, man, I got to itch in that scratch. I got to get back there and get it again. You appreciate it. You went, that was very good. You would get it again if presented with the opportunity. Absolutely. You might make it, a monthly thing. It's your favorite restaurant, but it's not quite the same as getting that Taco Bell or that sugar or getting that next Oreo or that next chip, right? Why is that? What's going on? What's going on in our brain that wants those foods craveable? Do it with an avocado. I dare you. Do it with an apple. I dare you. It's not the same thing. And why? Well, one is real. One is a real food that's just food that is used for fuel. So we eat it, we get full. It uses us as fuel. We move on with our active day because we have shit that we need to be doing. We don't live life to just eat. That's a part of humanity. That's important. But that's not the main goal of every single day. That's not our main focus of every single day. And if it is, why is it? Because the food we are eating is getting us to get back to it, right? It's just very interesting. So I wanted to make this podcast almost to kind of maybe shine a perspective that you have not thought about. And a lot of it is just slowing down and thinking about it again. So it's not blame. It's not meant to be like, oh, you don't think this way, X, Y, Z. And if you are feeling any type of that type, that is of course not our goal. The goal is to share with you how I think about it and what I've done a good job of realizing. And it's crazy how quickly, if you just fight through the urge to, I'm on a real high protein vegetable kick right now. I'm really trying to only eat protein and vegetables. And it's insane how quickly I felt good. 3-4 days, tough, craving the sugar. I still have a bad day every once in a while. On the weekend, I had a couple beers this weekend. We were at my little nephew's 2-year-old birthday party. Went to a brewery after. So it's not like I'm perfectly on the straight and narrow. Had some pizza and beer there. But throughout the week, it's eggs, meat, vegetables, fruit. And it's crazy how much better I feel almost immediately once implementing it. And I don't have the urge to grab it. It'd be nice to go grab some cookies, sure, but I don't have the craving for sugar, the need for, if I don't have this cookie right now or this bread right now or this pasta right now, I'm not going to feel full. I'm not going to feel satiated. I'm not going to feel energized. It's not going to feel the same as just having another piece of chicken. That's all gone. And obviously it's a lot with our physical body, what our bodies are designed to be eating and using as fuel and breaking down for nutrients, but also it's a lot of the mental additives, addictive traits that are in these foods that we eat, spend a lot of time eating every day. When it comes to mealtime, it's whatever. It's the frozen dino nuggets. The only reason I know that is because made those for Rowan for a long time because that was all he ate for like a year. And so there's 3 or 4 left over. Guess who's eating those? Pops. And so on, the mac and cheese, the yada, yada, whatever the deal is. So very interesting. Give it some thought. If you take anything away from this podcast, please give it some thought. What else? I'm tired today. All the girls are gone this week. The staff here at the old gym. Corey is gone, obviously. So doing a whole bunch of coaching on top of personal training, on top of other stuff I got going on top of dad mode. I'm exhausted. It's only Tuesday. I'm exhausted. But it is the 4th of July week, so Thursday we are off. Have absolutely zero plans. No idea what we're going to be doing. We'll figure something out. Someone always kind of gives us an invite somewhere or what have you. And if it doesn't happen this year, hey, we're just chilling out at home. Nothing wrong with that. Hopefully it's good weather. But I hope you are having a great week. I hope you enjoy a lot of time with the family. My friend Chuck, shout out, told me that in the Netherlands, I believe, the Dutch have 3 weeks mandatory off in July. I mean, why does this stuff just keep coming and twisting the knife? And that's not even this small business guy. That wouldn't even affect my life at all. Right? If there was like this mandatory shutdown of workers for 3 weeks in July for America because, I don't know, we cared about our people for mental health and break, vacation, family time, if people cared, it wouldn't even affect me. I would have to stay open. I mean, it's a gym. That's what people do on their free time. They come to me. So I would stay open. But my point is that it exists there and doesn't here. And somebody else just told me 3 years in Germany maternity leave. 3 years per kid. If you have twins, you get 6 years off maternity leave. Real. Not, well, this is make-believe. Real factual. Every kid. So you have a baby born. You get 3 years of maternity leave. 2.5 years in, you have another baby born. You get 3 more years of maternity leave. You continue getting paid. You keep your job for 9 years, 12 years when you raise a family. If you have 4 kids, 3 years spaced apart. Yes, actual factual life in Germany. My wife, for perspective, got 12 weeks, and it was all of her sick time that she had saved up and used. So that was fun to learn too. Nothing that gets you going when you're burnt out and tired from working and grinding, and it's a holiday season and you miss your family and friends, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, that'd be nice, huh? Life is more than just work. And I think it's important to get that. I had 1 week off a couple weeks ago. I went up north. And since then, I've been very, very introspective about what life is and what life should be. I'm very fortunate, love my job. My job involves spending a lot of time with my friends, which is cool. But it also means staying away from a lot of my friends just because of the hours that it works. A lot of my other friends also means away from my family. It also means with my family. Because throughout the middle of the day, if I'm not doing a podcast or cleaning the gym, I can be home, which is awesome. A lot of dads 9 to 5 cliche, they're gone. And so when the kids are young and not in school, they miss a lot of time, which is hard. It's hard to think about because it sucks to leave. Rowan's now, he's getting to the age, he's 2 in a few months. He turned 2 in end of April, so it's now, July. So he's starting to say stuff like, don't go to work, Dada, no work. And that's just sad. And it's just going to get worse for the coming time. But, you have to. Everyone knows they have to. But it's just kind of, you feel all of these emotions and you have this great week, and it felt healing. A week with just my family felt healing. Not that anything's even wrong, and not that anything's even that bad. It's not that I'm like strung out and spending too much time at work. No, it's not even like that. I feel like I have a pretty good balance. But 1 week away, just being able to focus on my family felt so foreign, felt so weird to just be like, this is all I'm caring about. There's no one I have to go meet. There's nowhere I have to go be. There's nothing I have to do. All I have to do right now is be with my family and do what my family's doing. And it was for 1 whole week. And it really just kind of was like this weird, maybe light bulb moment, this introspective moment. And then I come home and I learn these things about these other maternity leaves and yada, yada, yada. And I go, oh, come on, man. Let's figure it out, huh? This is very, very close to going down a slippery slope talking about the future of American politics. We will not discuss. Boring, doesn't matter. Everyone's lying. So that's all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you guys get the time to get that perspective on what's truly important in life. We get lost in the shuffle and the hustle and the bustle, and we just continue doing things. We just keep eating the small little bites of food here and there, just getting the McDonald's once a week, and we're fueling the fire. And even when things don't seem like they're wrong, not that they are wrong, there's always ways to be improving and making sure we're out, keep putting our best foot forward for our families, for ourselves, for our friends. And that is what is the most important, regardless of what is going on in your life or what you need. Nothing is more important than you and yours, as they say. So I love you guys. I hope you get some really good time in this week with the family. And that's all I got. A little off the rails there. I hope you receive it well. We'll see you next time back in normal action with me and Corey. Bye-bye.